Well, after this very neat symmetrical division of the human experience by way of generations 1, 2, 3, 4, primarily thinking of humanity in terms of heroes, where 1 plus 2 are cult heroes, the positive plus negative view of them, where generations 3 and 4 are epic heroes, this time negative plus positive, and again the primary preoccupation is not so much humanity but heroes in particular. Now we come to generation 5, where we're no longer in the age of heroes. So forget about 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can't forget about it, but here we are. And the speaker, Hesiod, he dramatizes himself as saying, I wish I could be not in this generation, but in the previous one or in the following one. And you ask yourself, well, what is the previous one? All right, that's 4. But what is the following one? Well, instead of saying 6, you can go full circle and go back to 1. And actually in 1, they're described as living in the time of Kronos, in the time of the father of Zeus, in that other time, which we have to somehow separate from our present time. And there they are in a paradise-like situation already. So in a sense, saying that you want to go before into 4, 5, and that you want to go after, which is 1 again, lands you in the same place, because we've just seen the description of the islands of the blessed, which looks just like the place where the people of the golden generation live. And that means that all the nice oppositions and symmetries of 1 plus 2, 3 plus 4 are merged. And as long as you're merging, why not get back to something that's distinct? And the age of iron, of course, is an age when all of the distinctions that we've been learning up to now are neutralized. So anything goes, including decisions about what's right and what's wrong, what is dikē and what is hubris. Everything is potentially mixed up. And that's our human condition. But it's still our human condition viewed by way of, well, what happened before our present human condition when there were these neat categories of heroes. Now, do we see those neat categories of heroes in the Iliad? No, because in the Iliad, you have perspective 3 plus perspective 4 together, slightly emphasizing 3 and de-emphasizing 4. And then as for where do we see poetry about cult heroes? Well, we don't really. We see references to it, and it's more mystical. And we have noticed here and there those references, but Homeric poetry, often by itself, does not deal with hero cults. It refers to hero cults, but it doesn't engage with the concept of immortalized heroes directly. That's why people just go to Hades, and we don't hear anything further. Here and there are glimpses, but that's all they are, glimpses. Yeah. So there it is, the Iron Generation.
Okay. So that's number 5.
That's number 5. Now, something else that's interesting is that in many cultures of the world, the number 5 is a symbol for totality. Nice. So, for example, in Indic traditions, if you're asked, well, what are the coordinates of the universe? Well, you say there's north, south, east, west. That's 4. And here, that's 5. Or in Irish myth, there are 4 provinces of Ireland. And then the 5th province is the concept of kingship, which integrates the 4 provinces. And you can go on and on and on. Even the word for The drink, punch, is derived from Sanskrit pancha, which means 5. So it's 5 ingredients, which means totality. So you could say, well, we are in an age which is totality. You can't really understand humanity until you come to terms with the present, just as you have north, south, east, west, and here as the 5th direction. But we're very unhappy with where we are because things are not neat.
Yes.
They're not neatly divided into, oh, here's 1 plus 2, positive plus negative for cult heroes, 3 plus 4, negative plus positive for epic heroes. Fine, it's one way to look at humanity through 4 different lenses. But here, I may be pushing this metaphor too far, there's a blur.
Yes. So it's not balanced anymore.
It's not balanced, but it's the present.
Yes.
And we live with it, and it is the totality of human experience.